Good morning. Today is May 11th. We are approaching 2 whole months in social distancing, isolation, self-quarantine, etc. More importantly, though, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And I think now more than ever, it's really important to talk about what that means, validate it, be aware of it, share our experiences, because for a really long time, it was not talked about. It was very taboo to talk about mental health. And now we are coming into a time where, especially with social media, etc., people are feeling more comfortable talking about their experiences. One way I think you can kind of equate mental illness to something is to think about it in terms of the weather, especially the weather in New England. There are days when the sun is shining bright. There are days when the day starts off with the sun shining bright. And then feelings of doubt, feelings of anxiety can move in almost like a cloud, and change the day quite dramatically. I think that if you think about it in terms of weather, well, how would you prepare for changing weather, right? So I have a rain coat in my backpack because I know that it's going to start raining later. I know, as a person who has dealt with depression for half of my life, that there are tools that I can use that will help me kind of weather the storm. And even though sometimes those tools are incredibly difficult to summon, I know that they're there. So, I might not feel like walking in the woods with my dog, which might come as a surprise to some of you, but, when I'm feeling really low and I'm getting up in the morning and not feeling like myself, it can be hard to will myself to get up and to start walking. But I know that in the end, once I get out on the trail, once I get outside, that ultimately I feel better. I know that after a long day of stress and remote learning and answering emails and sitting on a computer, sometimes I don't have the mental capacity to join a social call, to play games with my friends online, to interact with others. Once again, though, after I do it, I always feel a lot better. I guess my point in all this is to try and identify the strategies, the tools, the rain jackets that you have. And sometimes even if you're not feeling like you want to weather the storm, it's important to try. Some days it's not going to be there for you, and that's okay too. Goes without saying that your teachers, your guidance counselors, they're all here to talk to you about your feelings. Maybe you never thought about talking to them about that stuff before, but now you're in a situation where you're home and you're not sure who you can connect with. So remember that those resources are available to you through the school. So that's all I wanted to say today. And I guess remind you to get outside because I think it's going to rain and maybe hail later. So pack a rain jacket and do your best to put one foot in front of the other.